The knock echoed through the empty house like a heartbeat I couldn't ignore, sharp and insistent, pulling me from the numb haze of another afternoon, lost to scrolling through lives that weren't mine. I was 16, alone in our cramped suburban split level in Maplewood, New Jersey, the kind of place where every driveway held a minivan and every secret felt too big for the walls. And there he was, Alex, my sister Riley's boyfriend, standing on the porch with that easy grin, rain-slicked hair clinging to his forehead, holding a toolbox like it was the most natural thing in the world to fix our leaking faucet while she was out chasing her dreams at NYU. I froze in the doorway, my pulse thundering in my ears. Because in that split second, with Riley's absence stretching like a shadow between us, I knew this wasn't about plumbing. It was about the way his eyes lingered just a beat too long, the way my chest tightened not with fear, but with something dangerously close to recognition, a mirror I hadn't dared look into yet. What unfolded in those rain-drenched hours shattered the fragile armor I'd built around my heart, forcing me to confront the boy staring back from every foggy bathroom mirror, Easton. The kid who'd spent years whispering lies to himself about why the boys in gym class made his stomach flip, why Riley's laughter with her friends felt like a world I could never join. Alex didn't fix the sink that day. He fixed something deeper, cracking open truths I'd buried under layers of denial. And in the years since, that afternoon has haunted Minute with regret, but with the fierce, unrelenting light of who I was always meant to become. The rain had started as a drizzle when Alex arrived, but by the time I let him in, it was pounding the roof like it wanted to drown out the silence of our house. Mom was at her nursing shift, Dad buried in overtime at the auto shop, and Riley, me invincible big sister, 20 and radiant, had jetted off to Manhattan for some art gallery internship that sounded like freedom to me. She'd texted me that morning, "Keep an eye on things. Little bro, Alex is coming by to fix the kitchen sink. Don't be weird." As if I could help it. Weird was my default setting, a glitch in the system of our all-American family portrait hanging crooked in the hallway. I was Easton Hayes, the quiet sophomore at Maplewood High, the one who blended into lockers and lunchroom crowds like wallpaper. Brown hair that never quite stayed combed, hazel eyes that darted away from direct stares, and a laugh I reserved for Riley's bad puns because they were safe. Safe was everything back then. Safe meant not questioning why my best friend Jake's casual arm around my shoulder during football games sent heat crawling up my neck, or why I'd delete my search history after midnight queries about crushes on guys that left me breathless and ashamed. Alex stepped inside, shaking water from his jacket, his presence filling the foyer like sunlight breaking through storm clouds. He was 18. A freshman at Rutgers on a partial soccer scholarship, with that effortless charisma that made Riley glow whenever she talked about him. Olive skin from his dad's Lebanese roots mixed with his mom's Irish fairness. Dark curls cropped short, and eyes the color of aged whiskey warm, but with edges that hinted at stories he didn't tell. "Hey, Easton," he said, voice steady as he set the toolbox down. "Riley said the faucet's been a nightmare. Mind if I get to it?" I nodded too quickly, mumbling something about schoolwork, and led him to the kitchen. Our house was the epitome of suburban normalcy, linoleum floors scuffed from years of family dinners, a fridge magnet with Riley's sketches and my straight-A report cards. But as he knelt by the sink, sleeves rolled up to reveal forearms corded from practice, I felt the air thicken. It wasn't just the rain outside. It was the way his shirt clung to his shoulders, the casual competence in his hands twisting wrenches. I perched on a stool, pretending to scroll my phone, but my eyes betrayed me, tracing the line of his jaw as he hummed under his breathsome indie track Riley loved. "You okay, man?" Alex glanced up, wiping sweat from his brow with the back of his hand. His gaze held mine, not pitying, but probing, like he saw the storm raging inside me too. I shrugged, heat flooding my face. "Yeah, Just tired. Tests and stuff. Lie. The real exhaustion came from the war in my head. The one where every glance at a guy in the halls twisted into guilt. Every hug from Riley felt like a reminder of the sister I could never fully mirror. He chuckled softly, the sound rumbling low. Riley says you're the smart one. Top of your class. Right. Don't let it burn you out. There was kindness there. Uncomplicated. But it pierced me. No one at school talked to me like that, not the jocks who tolerated me in chem lab. Not the girls who flirted out of boredom. Alex straightened, testing the faucet. Water flowed clean for the first time in weeks. There. Crisis averted. He washed his hands, then leaned against the counter, crossing his arms. You know, your sister's lucky to have you watching her back. Family's everything. I swallowed hard. The word family landing like a stone. Ours was picture perfect on the surface. Dad's bad jokes at barbecues. Mom's holiday cookies. Riley's fierce protectiveness. But beneath it, I was the outlier. The one who'd started locking his door at 13 after dreams that woke him sweating and confused. Dreams of hands that weren't soft like the girls in movies, but strong. Sure. Yeah. I managed. She's the lucky one. Alex's expression shifted. Something flickering in his eyes recognition. Maybe. He glanced toward the living room, where rain lashed the windows. Storm's not letting up. Mind if I wait it out? Got a paper to finish anyway. Before I could protest, he was grabbing his backpack, settling on the couch like he belonged. And in that moment, with thunder cracking overhead, I realized I didn't want him to leave. Not yet. We started with small talk soccer stats. Riley's latest painting obsession, but the rain coaxed deeper waters. He asked about my art class. The one I hid from everyone because my sketches were too raw, boys in profile. Shadows playing over collarbones. Show me sometime, he said. Not pressing, just offering. My heart stuttered. No one had ever asked. I pulled out my sketchbook from under the coffee table. Pages worn from late nights. He flipped through, pausing on a drawing of a figure gazing at a stormy seam. Abstracted. Adrift. This is good. Easton. Real good. Feels honest. His finger traced the edge of the page, close enough that I caught the faint scent of his soap. Clean and cedar-like. Honesty. The word hung between us, heavy as the downpour. I wanted to spill at all the isolation, the fear that loving who I loved made me broken. But words stuck in my throat. Instead, he shared first. You know, college is weird. Everyone acts like they've got it figured out. But half the time, I'm just trying not to screw up. He leaned back, staring at the ceiling. Like, Riley's amazing. But sometimes I wonder if I'm enough for her world. Vulnerability from him it was disarming. Alex, the golden boy, admitting cracks. I listened, nodding, my own secrets bubbling closer to the surface. As the afternoon bled into evening, the power flickered, plunging us into twilight. Candles from Mom's emergency kit cast dancing shadows, turning the room intimate. Conspiratorial. We talked about music. Dreams his to coach kids someday. Mine to escape to a city where I could breathe without judgment. And then, in a lull, he asked the question that changed everything. Easton, what's the one thing you'd change about your life if you could snap your fingers? I stared into the flame, the truth clawing its way out. I'd stop hiding. The words escaped. Fragile as glass. Hiding from the mirror. From the world. From the part of me that ached for connection in ways society whispered were wrong. Alex didn't flinch. He set his mug down. Eyes steady. Hiding what? Not accusatory gentle. Like he already knew. My voice cracked. Me? Who I like. The admission hung there. Exposed. Terrifying. 16 years of silence. Shattered in our candlelit living room. He nodded slowly. No surprise in his face. That's brave. Saying it out loud. Took me 2 years longer. Wait, what? My mind reeled. Alex. The guy dating my straight-as-an-arrow sister. Bye? He said simply. Like stating the weather. It's part of me. Not all. But enough to make things complicated. Riley knows. She's cool with it. East loves love. He smiled faintly. But pain edged it. But not everyone gets that. Family. Friends. You learn to pick your battles. The world tilted. Here was proof. I wasn't alone. Not a freak. Not a phase. Just Easton. With a heart that bent toward boys sometimes. Toward possibility. Tears pricked my eyes. Unbidden. And for the first time, I didn't wipe them away. Alex reached over. Squeezing my shoulder, not lingering. But solid. You're gonna be okay. Kid. Better than okay. You've got heart. When the lights buzzed back on, the spell broke gently. He packed up, promising to keep our talk between us. Tell Riley when you're ready. Or don't. Your story. At the door. Under clearing skies. He turned. Thanks for letting me in. Easton. Means more than you know. He drove off. Taillights fading into the dusk. Leaving me with a kitchen faucet that worked and a soul cracked open to air. That night, I lay awake, replaying his words. The warmth of his hand. Haunting. Yes, but in the best way. A ghost that whispered of futures unwritten. Little did I know. That conversation was the spark. Over the next months, as autumn leaves turned maplewood gold, Alex became an unlikely anchor. Riley noticed my lighter step. Teased me about growing up. Oblivious to the lifeline her boyfriend had thrown. I started sketching again. Bolder lines. Faces unafraid. Jake's arm around me in the halls. I didn't pull away. Small rebellions. Building courage brick by brick. But life, as it does, tested that fragile foundation. Winter brought Dad's layoff. The kind that turns holiday lights dim. Money tight. Tempers short, our perfect home frayed at the edges. Riley came home more. Her internship a grind. And Alex tagged along. His presence a bomb. We'd play cards by the fire. Him winking at my bad bluffs. Riley laughing until her sides hurt. In those moments, I glimpsed family redefined, not blood alone, but chosen souls. Yet doubt lingered. What if Riley found out? What if Alex's bisexuality pulled him away? At school, whispers started, someone spotting me lingering after art club. Watching the senior painter with too much intent. Fag. Scrawled on my locker one January morning. The word a knife. I scrubbed it off. Stomach churning. But Alex's voice echoed, your story. I confided in him during a pickup game at the park. Snow crunching underfoot. It's getting harder. I admitted. Breath fogging the air. He passed me the ball. I serious. Then fight for it. Not with fists, with truth. Start small. One person. That person was Riley. Spring thaw brought her back for good. Internship wrapped. Eyes bright with city stories. Over late-night pizza. Words tumbled out. Sis. I'm gay. No preamble. Just raw. She froze. Sliced midway to mouth. Then set it down. Tears welled. But not anger relief. Easton. Oh God. I knew something was eating you. Hugs followed. Fierce and unyielding. You're my brother. Always. Proud of you. Alex. In the kitchen, pretending not to listen. Shot me a thumbs up later. The haunting shifted from fear to fierce love. A reminder that vulnerability invites miracles. Summer swelled. Humid and hopeful. I joined the GSA at school. Tentative steps into a circle of faces like mine, kids with stories that mirrored my own quiet storms. Alex mentored subtly, sharing books on Stonewall. On Loving Holy. Riley painted a mural in our garage, intertwined hands. Colors bleeding into rainbows. Caption Family Found. But hauntings evolve. Senior year loomed. College apps a horizon of unknowns. Alex and Riley hit turbulence, her dreams, pulling her to Brooklyn galleries. His to coaching gigs upstate. It's not you, he told me during a walk by the reservoir. Leaves whispering secrets. It's us growing. She deserves the world. Heartache for them mirrored my own budding crush in Theo, the GSA president, with his lopsided grin and poetry slams that left me undone. First date, awkward coffee. Hands brushing over lattes. When he kissed me under porch light. Tentative and sweet. The world righted. No ghosts. Just now. Yet the original haunting resurfaced in fragments. Dad's gruff acceptance, as long as you're happy. Son healed old wounds. Mom's quiet pride at my valedictorian speech, where I wove in lines about hidden rains and clearing skies. Graduation came. Cap and gown, armor shed. Alex, there with Riley as friends now. Clapped loudest. Told you, he murmured. Better than okay. As I stepped into 18, the boy who'd answered that door was a memory haunted. Yes, but whole. The story didn't end. It unfolded. A tapestry of loves claimed. Losses honored. Humanity embraced in all its messy, vital colors. College hit like a freight train, Rutgers. Same as Alex. But worlds apart in the sprawl of New Brunswick. Dorms smelled of instant ramen and possibility. Lectures on queer theory cracking open texts I'd only skimmed in secret. Easton Hayes. Freshman English major. With a roommate who blasted Broadway show tunes and came out over week one beer pong. You're safe here, Nate said. Clinking bottles. Safe. The words still carried Alex's echo. A talisman against the pull of old shadows. Riley thrived in Brooklyn. Her texts bursting with gallery openings and new Flamisa barista named Lena with tattoos like living art. Tell Easton hi. She'd add. Always the bridge. Alex. Upstate at a community college coaching gig. Checked in sporadically. How's the lit scene? Read Butler yet? His life a quiet rhythm practices. Poetry nights. A boyfriend named Marco who sounded steady from photos. My own heart tangled with Theo, who'd followed to NYU film program. Weekends in the city, stolen kisses in Washington Square Park. His fingers threading mine under cafe tables. He was fire-passionate debates on indie docs. Laughter that bubbled like champagne. But fire burns uneven. By fall's end. His intensity clashed with my caution. Arguments over nothing. Silence as thick as fog. You're holding back, he accused one rainy night. Mirroring that long-ago storm. Always waiting for the haunt to catch up. He was right. The past clung not just Alex's visit, but the years of erasure. The locker slurs internalized like scars. Therapy started. Mandated by the dean after a panic attack in lit seminar. Unpack it. Dr. Lena urged. Her office a sanctuary of plants and soft lamps. Sessions peeled layers. The boy who'd prayed away feelings at 14. The teen who'd envied Riley's ease with love. Haunting isn't curse, she said. It's teacher. What does it teach? Acceptance, I whispered. Not perfection, but presence. Winter break brought me home. Maplewood dusted in snow. The house warmer with Dad's new job at the parts depot. Riley visited. Lena in tow vibrant. With stories of queer poetry slams that made my pulse quicken. Come to one. She invited. I did. Subway rattling nerves. The mic a siren call. My first reading, fragments of that rainy afternoon. Veiled in metaphor knock at the door. Candle confessions. A shoulder's weight. Applause thundered. Theo's eyes shining from the crowd. Weed patched. Tentative. But real. Spring bloomed rebellion. Campus Pride Week. I organized a panel on by invisibility. Alex zooming in as guest. His face on screen. Older now at 20. Lines of laughter around eyes. Easton. You're killing it. He said post-talk. Marco waving hello. Hearing him speak raw on fluid attractions. The push-pull of labels stirred old gratitude. That day, I messaged later. Saved me. Nah. He replied. You saved yourself. Theo and I deepened. Road trip to Provincetown. Beaches where couples like us strolled hand in hand. No stairs. Under stars. He traced my palm. No more holding back. Promise made. Kept in whispers and shared dreams as films. My writing. But summer tested again. Internship at a lit mag in Philly. Him shadowing a director in LA. Distance stretched, texts thin. Insecurities fat. One call. Voices cracking. I love you. But endings hurt clean. Like ripping bandages. Back at school. Hollow but wiser. I dove into words. A short story submitted, the knock-veiled autobiography. Published in the campus scene. Responses flooded. Notes from closeted freshmen. Thanks from alums. Writing became exhale. The haunt transmuted to ink. Junior year. Riley's wedding loomed to Lena. In a Brooklyn rooftop affair under string lights. I stood best man. Suit crisp. Speech a tapestry of sisterly love and sibling secrets shared. Riley taught me courage. I said. Voice steady. By loving loud. Loving true. Tears flowed. Hers. Mine. The crowds. Alex came. Marco beside. Clapping with that knowing grin. Post-ceremony. Beers on the fire escape. Proud of you. East. Simple words. Profound anchor. But hauntings whisper evolution. Dad pulled me aside pre-wedding. Saw your story online. Brave kid. His hug. Rough but real. Sealed fractures. Mom confessed her own youth, a crush on a summer camp counselor. Buried for normalcy. We all haunt ourselves. She said. You broke the cycle. Fall brought Theo's replacement, inadvertent. At a reading. Sam. Grad student in comp lit. With wire rims and a laugh like autumn leaves. Coffee turned dinners. Debates on Austin queered. Slow burno rush. Just presence. First kiss in the library stacks. Books muffling gasps. Love. Unhurried. Bloomed. Yet the original ghost stirred in dreams. Rain. Toolbox. Candlelight. Awake. I journaled, what haunts now? Not loss. But legacy, the boy who'd opened the door. Inviting change. Senior thesis coalesced. Echoes of entry. Queer narratives in suburban shadows. Alex read drafts. Feedback sharp. Lean into the light. Graduation dawned humid. Gown sticky. Families cheering. Riley hooped loudest. Lena filming. Sam squeezed my hand. Future whispered grad school together. Maybe. Alex texted, doors open both ways. Knock back. 21. Stepping out. The Hana compass. Pointing home to self. Post-grad haze settled like Jersey humidity. Sam and I in a shoebox apartment off campus. Adjunct gigs scraping rent. Nights bent over laptops, chasing MFAs. Writing life was feast or famine. Rejections stinging like paper cuts. Acceptance's euphoric highs. My first chapbook. Rain echoes. Sold modestly at local readings. Stories orbiting that pivotal knock fictionalized. But veins pulsing truth. Reviews trickled. Haze captures the quiet thunder of self-reckoning. Quiet thunder. Fitting for the man I'd become. No longer boy adrift. Sam grounded May's steady sarcasm a counter to my spirals. Shared shelves groaning with theory and trashy thrillers. Mornings, coffee black. Kisses lazy. You're brooding again. He'd tease. Tracing my frown. Brooding was habit. Haunts residue nights when old doubts crept. Whispering not enough. Therapy continued. Now virtual. Dr. Lena evolving to life coach. Celebrate the arc. She'd say. Arc, from hidden to heard. Silence to story. Riley's life, flowered gallery curator now. Lena's graphic novels hitting bestseller lists. Visits to Brooklyn, rooftop barbecues. Their dog Rufus begging scraps. Uncle Easton. They'd chorus. Pulling me into family redefined. Dad retired early. Mom's garden a riot of color. Weekly calls bridged miles. Proud. Dad grunted once. Voice thick. Words rare. Weight immense. Alex's path diverged then converged. Marco proposed. Upstate wedding small farmhouse. Wildflowers. Soccer kids as ring bearers. I flew in. Sam beside. Toasting amid fireflies. Full circle. Alex said. Arm around Marco's waist. Eyes crinkling. Full circle. His bisexuality no longer complication. But celebration coaching queer youth leagues. Podcast on fluid identities. You inspired that. He confessed over cake. Me. The kid he'd counseled. Gratitude looped. Infinite. But 23 brought tempests. PhD apps loomed. Sam accepted to Columbia. I waitlisted everywhere. Back up. He urged gently. Pride bristled mine. Forged in that rainy kitchen. Recoiled at settling. Arguments escalated. You're chasing ghosts. He snapped one storm-lashed night. Echoing Theo. Ghosts, yes. The specter of unworthiness. The fear failure meant erasure. Break came swift. Mutual love intact. Timing fractured. Alone in the apartment. Rain sheeting windows. I sat by the sinkhouse sink. Dripping irony. Toolbox memory surged, Alex's hands. Sure. I fixed it myself. Wrench twisting like resolve. Call to Riley, sobs. Her voice anchor. Come home. Recharge. Maplewood healed slow. Summer job at the library. Shelving stories that mirrored Mine Baldwin's fire. Vongzake. Readings at indie bookstores. Crowds grew. Faces diverse teens wide-eyed. Elders nodding. One night. Post set. A boy approached, 15. Trembling. Your words. They make sense of mine. Handshake. Haunted to healer. Fall beckoned West UCLA PhD. Sun-soaked promise. Road trips solo. Jersey to California. Podcasts on identity. Playlists of anthems. Deserts mirrored mind vast. Empty. Filling with possibility. LA arrival. Palm shadows. Ocean roar. Cohort brilliant. Queer constellation professor mentors with published tomes. Peers scripting graphic memoirs. Sam and I circled back. Friends' first visits cross-country. No pressure. New connections sparked. Javier. TA with artist's hands. Coffee turning hikes in Griffith Park. Slow. Like Sam had been. But spiced with his quiet fire poems in Spanish. Laughter bilingual. Love. Second act. Deeper for scars. Thesis dug roots. Oral histories of queer suburbanites. Interviews threading my own. Alex guested via Zoom. His lead kids' stories raw fuel. Hauntings fuel. He said. Fuel yes. Propelling from survival to song. 25. First full manuscript queried. Agent bites. Threshold's novella of doors cracked. Identities spilling. Publication whispers. Riley's baby news adopted. A girl named Nova drew me east for holidays. Holding tiny fists. I saw futures layered mine. Hers. The boys who trembled at knocks. But drama crested unbidden. Online troll storm post-reading clip, slurs dredging locker ghosts. Sleepless. Scrolling venom. Old panic clawed. Javier held space, right through it. Essay born, haunted in boxes and digital closets. Resilience coded. Viral. Not for glory, but bridge DMs from survivors. Thank yous threading light. Dad's health scare heart stutter. Hospital beeps yanked family tight. Vigil, mom's hand in mine. Riley pacing. Alex driving up with Marco. We're in this, he said, echoing that shoulder squeeze. Recovery slow. But talks flowed, Dad admitting his own buried affections. A mill co-worker long ago. Kept quiet for you kids. Cycles broken. Collective exhale. Javier proposed beachside shells in pocket. Niece Sandy. Build with me. Yes. Waves applauding. Wedding small, Malibu cliffs. Riley officiating. Alex best man. Speech his. Easton taught me echoes matter past knocks shape present doors. Tears. Toasts. Dance under stars. 27 now. Tenure track whispers. Thresholds launching to quiet acclaim. Haunt. Companion. Not chain reminder of origins. The boy who led in storm and stayed. 10 years grind was a marathon in stilettos committee meetings dissecting drafts. Undergrads' eyes hungry for maps through their own mazes. Javier and I settled in Echo Park bungalow. Garden bursting tomatoes. Shelves sagging with our merged cannons. Mornings, his coffee ritual. My page counts. Love domesticated. No less vital inside jokes over burnt toast. Hikes where hands swung free. Thresholds carved path, readings coast to coast. Q&As probing the knock. Audiences varied book clubs in Boston. Pride panels in Austin each face a mirror shard. One Chicago night. Post-event. A cluster of trans youth lingered. How'd you know? One asked. Voice small. I shared fragments, the rain. The admission. Alex's nod. It starts with one truth. Hugs exchanged. Seeds planted. Riley's world expanded Nova toddling. Gallery shows blending her abstracts with Lena's narratives. Visits, chaos joyful. The girl clambering into my lap. Demanding stories. Uncle's Rain Man. I'd improvise. Veiling histories in whimsy. Dad. Steadier post-scare. Built birdhouses. Mom knit blankets. Her confessions woven in yarns. Alex's Star Rose podcast syndication. Book deal on by mentorship. Upstate farmstead with Marco, goats. Guest cabin for retreats. Come right. He invited. I did. Summer 32. Isolation fertile. Pages flowing on generational haunts. Evenings by fire pit. His voice steady. You were the spark. East. Marco's quiet strength amplified therapist by trade. Sessions informal over esmores. Hauntings heal when shared. He'd say. But 29 tested marrow. Miscarriage news from a colleague raw grief spilling into my office hours. Students' crises mirroring. My own shadows stirred. Fertility talks with Javier. Adoption dreams clashing timelines. We're enough. He soothed. But doubt gnawed. Therapy rebooted. What does the original haunt say now? You're worthy of legacy. Legacy bloomed sideways. Mentorship program launched. Knock scholars. Funding queer teens writing camps. First cohort, 12 kids. Stories searing rural closets. Urban invisibility. Alex keynote. Soccer drills between workshops. One girl. Mia. 12 and fierce. Your book made me tell mom. Her hug. Fierce as Riley's once was. Fall tour for Threshold's paperback, Whirlwind. Javier tagging for legs in Portland. Rain their inevitable pummeled hotel windows. Memory surging. We made love slow. Afterglow talks on futures. Kids. He murmured. Surrogacy. Maybe. Or fostering. Possibility. Not pressure. Homecoming jolt. Dad's decline. Parkinson's whisper. Diagnosis landed soft, but seismic. Family converged, Riley flying in. Lena wrangling Nova. Caregiving Rhoda, my sabbatical trimmed. Weekends driving east. Hospital smells triggered old vigils. But now I led, coordinating PT. Reading aloud from my works. Your words keep me steady. Dad rasped one dusk. Steady, the gift returned. Javier's tenure granted. Arson said co-authored paper on queer lit pedagogies. Cited in journals. Pride swelled. Shared. But storm brewed domestic. His book deal demanded Europe research. My camp expansion chained to LA. 6 months. Tension simmered. Echoes of Sam. Mediation, couples counseling. Raw but redemptive. Haunts repeat to teach variation. Therapist noted. Variation, trust rebuilt. Timelines bent. 31, Nova's 5th birthday. Brooklyn bash. Cake smeared. Laughter loud. Alex arrived solo Marco's conference catch-up deep. Leagues growing. He shared. Trans kids thriving. Pride mutual. Later. Porch swing. Ever think about that day? I nodded. Every page. His grin, good haunting. Miscarriage colleague, healed via our circle support group born. Stories swapped over tea. My contribution, workshop on grief and narrative. Healing rippled. Fall scandal rocked campus. Adjunct outed by admin emails. Tenure denied. Rally cry. I spoke at protests. Thresholds quotes banners. Victory partial policy shift but firelit. Op-ed in the Atlantic. Closets in ivory towers. Backlash fierce. Doxing dings. But solidarity surged letters from tenured allies. Student petitions. Javier's return. Airport reunion. Arms tight. Missed your brooding. Laughter healed. Surrogacy consults began hope tentative. Scans scheduled. Dad's progression slowed with trial meds. Family trip to Cape May. Waves lapping memories. Bonfire tales. His mill stories queered in retelling. My knock mythologized. You open more than doors. He said. More. Hearts. 32. Echo Chambers novel dropped sequel spirit. Exploring adult queer hauntings. Launch packed. Javier beaming. Reviews lauded. Hayes masters emotional cartography. Cartography, mapping selves. Others. Nova's question. Innocent, uncle. What's a haunt? I knelt. A friend who reminds you to live big. Her giggle. Light as rain cleared. Haunt evolved. Teacher. Muse. Now ally in abundance. Surrogacy's path wound labyrinthine match found in Elena. Artist mom of 2. Her story aligning. Queer family dreams deferred. Consults to inseminations. Waits agonizing. Javier's hand in mind during ultrasounds. Heartbeats, tinny miracles. Ours. He whispered. Ours. The word a bridge over old isolations. Campus life steadied post-scandal. My tenure file bulking with echo chambers impact. Student evals glowed. Professor Hayes makes vulnerability valor. Valor, taught. Lived. Knox Scholars scaled national. Chapters in Seattle. Miami Alex Consulting. His podcast cross-promoting. Mia. Now 15. Led her cohorts seen. Her forward in my 2nd edition, from knock to keynote. Riley's gallery hit milestone solo show blending our motifs, doors ajar. Figures emergent. Opening, LA detour. Nova finger painting walls. Like your stories. Auntie Ree. She chirped. Blended worlds. Seamless. Dad's decline accelerated wheelchair days. Words slurring soft. Caregiving intensified. I flew monthly. Javier video calling chess games. One lucid afternoon. Garage cleared for talks. Easton. Regret nothing. Loved wrong once chose right after. His nod to mom. Across decades. Right, fluid. Fought for. 33, birth. Luca arrived autumn equinox. Cry-piercing delivery room. Elena's arms first. Then ours tiny. Furious. Perfect. Naming ceremony backyard, rainbow banner. Riley's poem. Alex toasting new thresholds. Fatherhood crashed waves, sleep shards. Diaper symphonies. Luca's gaze locking mind mirrors infinite. Parenting queered norms daycare with 2 dads. Story times subverting princes. Sam reconnected. Uncle roll easy. Theo's film nod to my work. Cameo Luca. Circles widened. Haunts honored. But 34 tested core. Javier's sabbatical, Italy. 6 months archiving lit. Go? I urged. Luca on hip. Solo parenting, chaos cherished. But cracks showed resentments bubbling. Calls strained by time zones. You're distant. He accused. Distant, fears mask. Abandonment echoes. Therapy tandem, virtual bridges. Haunts teaching partnership. Dr. Lena opined. Partnership, recommitted. His return reunion fevered Luca's first steps into arms doubled. Echo chambers optioned for series indie streamer. Queer leads. Screenings, Luca napping lap. Pride parental. But production drama, network notes, sanitizing arcs. Fight. Alex advised. By consultant cred. Pushback 1, authenticity intact. Riley's crisis, Lena's diagnosis breast cancer. Early but fierce. Family mobilized and flying east. Nova to us for weeks. Chemo vigils, her sketches bedside. My readings aloud. Strength and stories. Lena rasped. Remission whispers by spring. But scars lingered vulnerabilities tax. Luca's terrible twos, tantrums title. But breakthroughs blinding first words dada too. Pointing us both. Pride swelled. Shared. 35, dad's passing. Quiet as dusk. Hospice peaceful. Hands held. Eulogy mine, he knocked softly. Loved loud. Funeral rain lashed unavoidable gathering under tents. Stories swapped. Haunt converged, original door. Familial thresholds crossed. Grief's geometry non-linear waves crashing seminars. Luca's hugs anchors. Javier's book launch, Renaissance Queers. Dedication to Easton. Who open worlds. Worlds, expanded. Luca's preschool rainbow flag drawn crayon. Knox Scholars Gala, National. DC Luca Flower Boy suit. Mia emceeing. Award speech, hauntings build homes. Applause thundered. Alex's hug post stage, full echo. Luca's illness flu turned pneumonia. ER nights blurring. Fear primal, not him. Recovery slow. But bond for jetstery time recoveries. My voice is lullaby. Fatherhood's haunt, fragility's gift. Love's ferocity. 36, Elena's visit. Co-parent coffee gratitude layered. Riley's second adoption, boy. Kai. Blending brood. Family reunion cape, May redux, waves healing. Luca and Nova splashing. Kai swaddled. Javier's proposal for joint sabbatical Spain. Archival dive. With Luca. Yes. Adventure parented, siestas strollered. Tapas debates. Growth communal. Novel 3, resonant rooms parental queerness. Legacy looms. Beta Alex, hits home. Home, ever shifting. Rooted deep. Luca's question. For daddy. What's love? I knelt, opening doors. Even scary ones. His grin. Sunlit. Haunt, now harmony. Chords of lives intertwined. Spain's sabbatical stretched soul Barcelona's gothic alleys, whispering histories queered. Luca's babble echoing plazas. Javier's archives unearthed letters, lovers coded in ink. Parallels piercing. Evenings, tapas with locals. Luca charming abuelas. Familia. They cooed. Familia. Chosen. Vast. Return recharged, tenured full. Resonant rooms, pre-orders humming. Campus buzz, queer-lit series I chaired. Panels packed. Luca's kindergarten, rainbow backpack. Teacher nods inclusive. Parenting tag team, seamless drop-offs. Pickups. Bedtimes bardic. Riley's recovery radiated Lena's art therapy workshops. Kai's giggles therapy too. Visits, joint playdates. Luca and Kai building forts of blocks. Nova directing dramas. Andy Squad. Luca dubbed. Squad, Unbreakable. Alex's Empire, Podcast Network. By Retreat Center Upstate. Invite, Family Week. Cabins amid woods. Luca's first Esmores. Marco's Nature Hike strands kids from League sharing fireside. Uncle Alex's Magic. Luca awed. Magic, modeled. Multiplied. 37. Luca's diagnosis autism spectrum. Subtle cues we'd missed in chaos. Evaluations. Therapies, speech bridges. Sensory swings. Fear flickered will he knock his own doors. But community buoyed, knock scholars' parents circle. Strategies shared. Javier's calm, our map. His pace. Pace, honored. His hyper-focus on dinosaurs yielding Dino stories at bedtime. Resonant Rooms launched, tour with Luca cameos. Readings Family Affairs. One Seattle night. Post-set, trans dad approached. Son in tow. Your words. For him. Books signed. Hopes exchanged. But 38 cracked foundations. Adjunct colleagues suicide closeted. Denied tenure. Campus morning raw. Vigils. My keynote thresholds revisited. Words poured. Haunts unheeded kill. Listen. Policy reforms followed Queer Wellness Fund. My lead. Personal tremor. Javier's confession past affair. Sabbatical loneliness. Gut punch. Trust fracturing. Why? Sobs interrogated. Fear you'd outgrow me. Outgrow. Haunts lie. Inadequacies echo. Counseling crucible. Truths bared. Forgiveness forged slow. Luca's innocence anchor. Dada's fight fair. Fair. Recommitted. Deeper. Riley's show. Echoed Bond's cancer survivor's gaze. Doors to healing. L.A. opening. Full house. Tears collective. Post-toast. Her hug. You're my knock. East. Luca's school play. T-Rex roaring. Pride parental. Post-show ice cream. Is chatter. Unfiltered joy. 39. Elena's wedding to partner. Queer ceremony beachside. Luca ring bearer. Scattering petals wide. Vows echoed mine. Through storms. We open. Scholars docuseries greenlit following alums like Mia. Now activist. Alex producing. My consult. Filming raw. Revealing teens Knox captured. Javier's recovery book. Intimate archives betrayal to bond. Dedication. Easton. Forever threshold. 40. Luca's therapy breakthrough social scripts clicking. First friend playdate. Park picnic. Laughter layered. Our circle complete Sam. Theo nods via video. Dad's marker dedication. Garden stone. Engraved loved loud. Planting ceremony. Bulbs for rebirth. Luca digging gleeful. Novel 4. Lingering lights midlife queerings. Hauntings halved. Alex Beta. Luminous. Luca's art. Stick figure family. Doors wide. Fridge magnet. Eternal. Haunt. Half shadow. Full song lives lit from within. Mid-40s milestone crept Sundappletonier's plateau. Lingering lights. Bestseller quiet. Book club fodder. Javier and I graying at temples. Luca's curls wild promise. Home. Expanded. Guest room for Riley's crew during shoots her doc on queer families. Kai Kimmer Shy Star. Scholars series premiered. Sundance buzz. Tears in theaters. Mia's arc from whispered coming out to rally stages mirrored mine. Amplified. After party. Alex's arm around Marco. Toasting, echoes eternal. Eternal, legacies layered. Parenting. Luca evolved school IEPs navigated. His special interest in coding yielding apps for neurodiverse kids. Dad as bug fixer. He grinned. Pride his. Ours. But 42 unearthed bones. Mom's letters discovered post-downsizing. Youth journals. Crushes veiled in verse. She hid too. I shared with Javier. Dawn coffee steaming. Hid. Generational haunt. Broken in telling. Family archive born scans shared. Stories stitched. Riley's fertility journey. IVF trials. Kai's sibling dream. Support circle tighten surrogacy vets. Myelena consult. Success. Pregnancy announced beach bonfire. Luca toasting baby bump. 43. Campus scandal. Redix Dean outed involuntarily. Resignation forced. My op-ed cascade. Ivory echoes. National. Backlash. Board hearings. My testimony raw. Win. Inclusive charter. But toll heavy sleepless. Javier's holds harbor. Luca's first crush. Classmate Eli. Hand-holding tentative. Like you and Dada. Heart swell. Guidance gentle. Loves your story. Alex's health dip stress fracture from overdrive. Retreat mandated. Visit. Farm quiet. Goats grazing. Slow down. I urged. His laugh. Pot. Kettle. Talks deep. By fatigue. Visibility's weight. Marco's steadiness. We knock together. Lights adaptation. Greenlit series 2. Luca consulting kid extras. Set visits. His awe. Lights magic. 44. Mom's 60th Jersey bash. Extended kin. Toasts. Her speech. Easton Todd opening. Opening. Hearts. Homes. Javier's heart scare routine check flagged. Stents minor. Or wait. Luca's hand in mine. Dada strong. Strong, yes. Recovery jogs together. Luca timing paces. Riley's twins born. Girl-boy duo. Chaos doubled. Godparent duties. Me. Cross coast. Antan G. Luca's bar mitzvah secular twist. Queer inclusive. Speech his. Doors for all. Synagogue theory. Javier's arm proud. 45. Scholars Emmy Nadoc category. Red carpet. Luca bowtie sharp. Family swarm. Win. Speech mine. For every knock unanswered now heard. Novel 5. Harmonic haunt saging queer. Wisdom's warp. Alex forward. From rain to resonance. Luca's high school. Coding club lead. Crush Eli official. Homecoming dance. Photos post. Hearts full. Grandpa role preview. Riley's eldest babysitting. Twins tumbling. Legacy. Living. Laughing. Haunt. Him now. Sung in keys of kin. Half-century mark donned reflective LA Hills gold. Luca 16. Lanky coder with my hazel eyes. Javier's wit. Vows renewed vow. Beach. Sunset. Luca officiant teen style. Dadas. Keep knocking. Guests. Riley's brood tumbling. Alex Marco goats via video. Elena's clan toasting. Harmonic haunts tour. Global. Tokyo readings on translation troubles. Queer lit bridging oceans. Q&A Tokyo. Salaryman. Closeted. Tears post signing. You're not mine now. Ripples worldwide. Campus deanship offered queer studies head. Acceptance. Legacy shaped. Hires diverse. Curricula cracked open. Luca's coming out. Casual dinner. Bye. Like Uncle Alex. Nods. Hugs bride prepared. Mentorship mine. Pace yours. Eli's family welcoming. Double dates, awkward adorable. Riley's Empire, production company. Knockdock sequel. Kai directing short. Twins extras. Premiere, family aisle. Applause hours. Alex's retirement tease podcast handover. Farm nonprofit. Visit. Cabin build with Luca. Hammer sinking. Full circle. Alex beamed. Circle. Endless. Mom's 80th. Memory care gentle. Stories looped loving. Visits. Her hand in mine. Proud boy. Boy. Eternal. Evolved. Javier's novel 6. Co-write. Threshold symphonies. Launch. Joint reading. Harmonies literal. Luca's prom. Tux. Corsage for Eli. Photos porchlet. Post-dance talk. Scary exciting. Exciting. Life's pulse. 52. Scholars Foundation Gala scholarships endowed. Mia CEO. Speech. Haunts to horizons. Grandkids arrived. Luca Eli adoption. Baby Aria cries, echoing Luca's wants. Holding her. Javier's eyes wet. Our echo. Riley's 60th. Cruise reunion. Seas calm. Toasts. Her words. Easton. You opened us all. Alex's passing. Quiet. Farm sunset. Memorial. Woods gathering. Story soccer scarred. Marco's eulogy. Knocked every door. Mine. First rain. Forever friend. Grief's wave crested. Ebbing to light podcast legacy. League thriving. 55. Symphony's Pulitzer Whisper finalist glow. Luca's wedding. Aria flower girl. Vows vowing visibility. Haunts end. No coda. Soft. 60. Memoir The Knock Eternal Life Ledger. Lessons luminous. Dedication. To doors dared. Loves lived. Luca's kids. 2. Neurospark brilliant. Grandpa tales. Rain myths. Toolbox truths. Riley's farewell show. Full echo retrospective radiant. Nova curating. Kai filming. Javier's hand. Sunset walk. Haunted well. Yes richly. Righteously. Final knock. Selves. Answered always. Legacy, not end. But endless opening humanity's heart. Queer and whole. Thundering on. In the quiet of years folded. That rainy afternoon stands sentinel, not curse. But cradle. Easton Hayes. Boy to sage. Whispers to winds, live loud. Love wide. The haunt endures not to torment. But to testify, we are. Eternally. The stories we let in.